How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Expo Week Day 1. I hope y'all are as excited as I am because I'm pretty hyped for this. We're playing Pumpo in this first day of the Expo Week. We're going to have plenty of different Expo decks throughout the week, so it's going to be an interesting week, and I hope y'all enjoy it because I'm definitely hyped. So anyways, up against some guy from Archer Masters Clan, so we already know that's probably going to be 3.0 Expo. Looks like he is playing that indeed. Probably, I mean, it could be a mirror matchup, but that's very unlikely. This is, in my opinion, I was kind of scavenging throughout the Pumpo decks and trying to figure out which one's the best. He's going to fireball that. That's fine. We're going to outcycle his fireball here. But I came to the conclusion that I like this one because you have the Evo Knight to tank and then Evo Archers to blow up absolutely everything on defense. It's a great combination, especially when you can get both in cycle at the same time. And of course, Evo Archers are probably like a top 4 or 5 Evo in the game right now. Of course, if you don't have arrows in your deck, you can't really kill them. So we're up against 3.0. I'm not really sure what the matchup is. I would assume we actually have a fine situation. That is not the play. If you are playing 3.0, you do not want to play a defensive Expo against Pumpo absolutely ever, especially in single elixir when I can outcycle him. Now he doesn't have enough, he can't really fireball my pump. And if he does fireball my pump, we're going to go for Evo Archer's Expo Knight, and it's going to be a pretty darn hard thing for him to defend. So I like our situation right now. It's nice to always try and get a pump down on the map as quickly as possible. Of course, he did fireball the first one, so we just try to get back around as quickly as possible. And Pumpo, I will say, is probably the easiest deck to use in terms of Expo decks because you really don't have to use your brain too much. You can kind of just... how do I describe it? You can kind of just play, the deck kind of plays itself because you just keep pumping, right? So I'm going to go for this right here to keep my pressure on. Evo Archers are in cycle if I need them. I've got my Evo Knight next. I'm going to Fire Spirit here, then Evo Knight to tank. This is pretty aggressive, but I think it's the right play in this scenario. He's going to Archers probably. You know, he goes for a second Knight. Holy moly. He got 2 Knights down. That's kind of insane in single elixir, but I guess it is a cycle deck that he's using. I'm going to pull the Knight off out of range so we can get the Expo lock on tower. We do get the Expo lock already, which is huge. And just like that, we have a pretty good lead, and we also have the pump still down on the map. So what I'm going to do here is just take our lead and go for another Expo and stay aggressive because I want to keep the pressure on. Prediction Evo Archers. Nice. We do catch his Evo Archers with my ice. I can log them as well. Hopefully they die. That would be great if it could kill the Archer. Dang, it did get that one shot. But what he doesn't have is a way to kill my Expo without fireballing. So I like this right here. He's probably going to go for another set of Archers if I had to guess on top of this Expo right here. And if he does, yeah, he does. I'm just going to go ahead and set up another pump in the back left. So he probably will fireball this. The Expo, though, that might get on tower. It does get on tower for another like 2 or 3 ticks. And then Ice Spirit connects. But yeah, you guys can see why Pumpo is so toxic, right? You just keep going. I honestly feel a bit gross, but sometimes it, you know, it's fun to play, definitely, if you have a matchup where it's not like Earthquake or something, but if you face an Earthquake deck, Pumpo's kind of miserable. It's definitely a hit or miss deck, and that's why I don't love decks that are super matchup dependent, but of course, we're going to be showcasing this deck because it's so strong in the meta. I've seen a few people get like top 10 already this season with it, so I'm going to go Collector like this. We have triple Collector on the map for a second there. I think it's time to go aggressive. Go for my Knight to tank for this Archer on the left-hand side, and then I think we just go for an offensive bow. We have Evo Archers in cycle. We have, I think, Evo Knight's coming up next, right, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to be super good. I can go for the Ice Spirit log like this to make sure everything dies. He goes for an offensive Expo. I can Evo Knight that. That is definitely not the Expo he wants. That is the worst time to Expo because I have both my Evos in cycle, and I mean, he could go for the Fireball on them if he wants, but honestly, I think that's too aggressive if he does. He's going to be like 0 elixir. Yeah, the Evo Knight's not going to hit anything, and look at that, guys. We can pressure both sides now with the Expo to the left, the Archers Evo the right, and then he's going to have a hard time defending both sides. I'm going to go for the Knight to tank for a Tesla in case he places it. He's probably going to go for his own Knight right there. I can go Archers, try and snipe that, and just like that, look at our cycle, we're back around to an Expo and 1 more card. So it's really tough for him to do much right now, even though he's defending like a fine. He's not really making mistakes. That's the frustrating thing about Pumpo. Even if you do make don't make mistakes, you can still kind of lose the game. So he does get the Tesla off. I'm just gonna let that die and fully reset. Look at the Expo on the left hand side getting a ton of damage right there, and just like that, we're down below 2,000 on his towers. I'm gonna go for the Archers, split the middle. I don't really want to pump up with only a minute left. If you guys did not know, pump does not get value with under a minute in the game. Like, it only gets value after that minute, so you don't want to pump in triple elixir ever. That's like the #1 mistake I see people make sometimes. If you're just trying to play Pumpo in general, is dropping a pump down in triple. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But just gonna go Evo Archers the back, Goblins the back. We're really just waiting. He can't do anything unless I make a massive mistake here. I'm gonna go Ice Spirit the back, Knight Evo to tank for whatever he places, probably the Expo. No, he goes for the Evo Archers prediction on the left. That was definitely interesting. I'm gonna predict his Expo back and then go for my own Expo here. I like this because he's trying to fireball cycle me, so if I keep aggressive pressure, I mean, he can't even fireball cycle me in time anyway because he's gonna have to defend, but I think that we are gonna win here. We have the pump expired now, but it was giving us that value before it expired, so we have plenty of elixir lead right now. Another set of Archers by him. I'm gonna go for another Expo here on the left hand side. Go for my Knight the right. He's trying to fireball. I just gotta block the river here and block for a Tesla in case he goes for it, and just like that, we get Expo on tower. He's overcommitting, and we'll hit him with a hog question mark because why are you trying to fireball cycle me, bro? You lost the game. Anyways, good win right there and a great way to start this video and also start off the Expo week. Let's keep it going. Okay, we got our next match here against Matthew from Roseblade. He's got the Chef Tower. Oh no. You guys know that I automatically am going to think it's P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giants. He goes Ice Wizard though, so it's definitely not P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant. What the heck has Ice Wizard and Chef Tower in it? Maybe like Golem or something? I actually don't know. So I'm going to cycle my Ice Spirit the River. We're not to our pump, unfortunately, which sucks, or I would have played the pump when he tornadoed right there, but I'm just going to go for the Goblins. He has Balloon. Okay, wait, I'm going to go Collector, then Archers on the side to kill the... Wait, what? That pulls? Oh my gosh, what? That pulls the Balloon to the middle? That's absolutely crazy. No way that's my pump, right? What? No, I'll rage quit right now. That's absolutely absurd. There's no way. Okay, whatever. At least, you know, we got some damage on the left, but that definitely was unlucky. First of all, I didn't think the balloon would kite to the King Tower like that. That's why I put the archers on the side right there. And second of all, that dropping is insane, but I guess it's because it got boosted by the chef and it was level 16 that it got that 1 HP drop, which is a bit unlucky, but he goes lumberjack like this. I'm just going to go for the ice spirit up high right now to freeze everything up. Buy myself some time with these goblins to pull everything back, and I think we're all right here. He does go for the bar barrel so we can fire spirit log, and honestly, that's fine. We might take a few lumberjack chops. I'm going to go knight to make sure we don't. Actually, he goes ice fist the back. Was he on 10 elixir? No way, right? If he was at 10 right there, then I'm kind of scared, to be honest, because we're cooked, but I don't think he was. There's no way. So he's probably going to let that ice fist die. I don't know why he even went for that ice fist so early, but I'm just going to go ice spirit like this to make sure we don't take damage. He has to NATO the knight. That's so good for me. And then just like that, I think it's our time to go for a pump maybe. Is it though? Because if I pump, he's going to go like lumberloon or something and then freeze on 0. So I've got to be very careful, right? I think we can pump safely because he's got to, once he drops something, we can probably pump because we have time to react. Okay, I'm going to actually go for the Expo on the right. I usually wouldn't do this, but he's going to go P.E.K.K.A., right? So I'm just going to Evo Archers as soon as he, oh no, he goes for the balloon. Wow. I thought he would wait, let it lock, and then Evo P.E.K.K.A. on top, but that's an interesting decision-making process by him. And then of course we can go ahead and grab the King Tower activation with this E-Drag. That was kind of the plan of that Expo in the first place, is to get the King Tower up and make sure it helps me with these defenses. So he's going to P.E.K.K.A. the back most likely. Yeah, okay, goblins are going to force out the barbarian barrel. I'm fine with that. And then it's time for us to set up a defensive Expo right here. Okay, so right. It's going to be a little bit awkward to kill his cards, especially because he has E-Drag Tornado, so he's going to be able to just pull everything in together. And of course, Pumpo does not have a big spell, and I'm not running the Evo Snowball version either, so I'm just going to go for the archers like this, log, and then Fire Spirit. We got to make sure this E-Drag does not get anywhere near our units or we are cooked. So I'm going to Knight like this to pull that E-Drag away for a few seconds. Wow, that P.E.K.K.A. chopped up everything. That's crazy. I'm going to go for my archers low, I guess. Actually, yeah, let's go for the goblins like this just to cycle, and he P.E.K.K.A.'s the back. I'm going to Expo on offense to force out elixir from him. I want him to lumberjack at least. That's kind of the goal. That's fine. I can log this maybe. Nah, he's going to just let that P.E.K.K.A. lock on. Unfortunately, we have no way to get a lock right there. So he's probably going to E-Drag the river. I'm going to archers early, and then I'm going to go for my Ice Spirit to freeze. Here comes the E-Drag. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Fire Spirit like this. I might be in trouble here, low-key. I don't have a great hand. I'm going to go Evil Archers again. We have to try and protect him. He's going to try and tornado them into to the E-Dragon, though, probably here. So I got to block at the river with absolutely everything I can. Knight to tank for the E-Drag. He's going to freeze this 1000%. Yeah, okay. That's 2 balloon shots, I believe, so it is what it is, I guess. I think it's time to force an Expo. I can't really get damage, right? I have to just keep Expoing and somehow hope that it will break through, but nah, I don't know. Maybe I should switch lanes at this point in the game, because I feel like going into the same lane is just going to give him infinite value with his troops, and we don't have elixir to, you know, we don't have a pump down to get the value going with the elixir pumps and stuff. So I'm going to go log like this, and then I think we just go knight right here. We go archers like this. I'm going to have to pump behind to kill to pull back the balloon. Right now. That should be okay. That pulls it back. Okay. I can go Ice Spirit like this to freeze. The Evo E-Drag, though, is cooking me. Holy moly. Did I just lose? I think I just lost. No, King Tower's going to save me for now. All right, we're alive, which is good. I got to go opposite lane, I think, guys. There's no way I can win this same lane. He goes Lumberjack. Hold up a second. That might lock on tower. Evil Archers to block everything. Oh my gosh. It's going to kill the E-Drag. He has to freeze. He has to freeze on defense or he loses this game, because I can pull that out of range. Oh my gosh, the Expo's on tower. He has to freeze. Literally no choice. I'm going to Fire Spirit plus log to make sure that Barbell doesn't take on my Expo. He has to freeze this, which is absolutely perfect. I can go Archers to the right. We got to pressure him. It's still not over at all. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful right now. I'm going to go for the Expo on the left-hand side with the Ice Spirit. He's going to pack it in time, I think. No. Oh no, guys. I think we're cooked. I don't think log cycle is going to be enough because he has the freeze and the tornado, so I don't think it's going to do it for me. But that's a bad Evo E-Drag at least. We do kill the bar barrel there. I can go Expo the right, log as well. Try and just take care of business. Evil Archers, please bail me out. Be broken for me. Please, Evil Archers, I need you. Oh my gosh, wait, they can kill the P.E.K.K.A. They can kill the P.E.K.K.A. Come on, Evil Archers, I believe in you. Come on, I need damage, I need damage. Okay, the P.E.K.K.A. is going to die on the right. Nope, he does go for the free second log. Come on, Archer, Archer, Archer. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's game. I think we win. I'm just going to cycle 2 logs as fast as I can. I'm back to another log right now. Only 10 seconds left. As long as we don't take damage, we win the game, because free's not going to do more than that log will do. Oh my gosh, we won. Oh, what a stressful game, dude, especially for the second game. I'm having heart failure already. Man, it's going to be a long week at this rate. But no, good win right there. We almost had a very sad loss, but thankfully we clutched up at the end. That Archer was OP. Okay, we're next match here against Maya. I'm just going to split the archers first play. Always a safe play with this deck as you can cycle absolutely absurdly fast back to them if you need to. So we go Spear Goblins, Miner. I'm going to go for the Collector here actually right now, and then go for my Goblins to kill this Miner. That's going to be a good start. He probably has Miner Poison. No, he has Miner Fireball. Interesting. Not really a deck you see too often. I feel like Poison is just kind of superior in Miner decks. That's going to be a Fire Spirit and Goblin connection on the left-hand side. Beautiful right there. We kind of get some decent chip on both sides, and we can obviously, you see what's next up in my hand. This is Pumpo 101. You literally just spam as fast as you can to get to a collector while making sure you're not going to get like overwhelmed or something. Don't be too stupid, but it's a pretty darn easy deck to play. I don't have too many tips on it because it's fairly simple. Like you can kind of just witness what's happening. Try and predict a miner right here, please. Okay, we can't catch it, of course. Just my luck catching the dang miner. I can never predict where it's going to be placed, that feels like. But Wall Breaker's going to connect. He's going to get some decent damage. I think we honestly go for the Expo because we have a full HP Knight, and I know it's going to be on 0 elixir, but he doesn't have a good tank. He has Berserker, which is a good thing for me. I'm going to go for the Expo now, and then I can maybe Evil Archers on 0 or Fire Spear potentially, depending on what he wants to do. So there's the cannon. I'm going to just drop my archers at the river right now to be annoying. I know it's pretty cheese, but this is just how you play this deck, man. It's going to be good. I can Fire Spear like this to make sure the Spear Goblins don't take anything out, and I believe he's on like no elixir. He's going to Wall Breaker's Evo. Yep, there it is. I can just log it off, and man, just like that, his entire tower. He's going to go for the Spear Goblins, so I'm just going to go for my Ice Spirit to freeze them, then Goblins to kill them, hopefully, if I can catch him in time, maybe? Okay, perfect. And that's going to be like basically, not GG's, but a very, very, very good start right there, down to about 1400 on his tower, and we didn't even really do anything except for pump twice. But that's just how the deck works, guys. Like sometimes you can literally just punish them because of the deck that you have with this deck. But hopefully I get some hard. I mean, I feel like I've had some pretty hard matchups because 3.0 is interesting. I don't even know the matchup on that. It's probably pretty even. And then the other deck wasn't that. What was the other deck? Oh, yeah, Balloon Freeze. That was kind of awkward, I feel like, more than hard. But he's going to go for the all-in push. Probably going to Wall Breakers, too, on this left-hand side. There's the Wall Breakers. We can log those off the map right there. And we just want to prevent as much chip damage as possible while, pumping up and trying to maintain our elixir lead. That's kind of the goal. So he does go for the Fireball on this one. I'm fine with that. Honestly, I feel like Fireballing is a bit of a waste. I'm going to go Archers like this to get around to our Evo as fast as we can. I'm actually going to go for the offensive. Actually, let me chill. I don't want to overcommit. Yeah, I had a feeling he might spam opposite lane. That's the right play. He does log the Goblins as well. So that's fine. I can just go for the Ice Spirit like this. That should kill or help defend these bats while I can Evo Archers, and that's going to cook them. I can Fire Spirit down low, and that's going to be one Wall Breaker connection probably on my tower if I had to guess. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the Expo on the middle now because we have both the Evo Archers protecting it, and they have infinite range both, so I'm going to Knight to block whatever he places. There's the cannon. Perfect Knight right there. He's probably going to go Spear Goblins on the left-hand side, so I need to get my Fire Spirit down for them. Perfect. No, he pre-logs it. Well played by him right there to save the game, to be honest. Is he going to save the game, though? Because I can just immediately drop another Expo on this right-hand side and keep the pressure on him. He really is having a hard time keeping up with these Expos. I don't even have a pump down anymore, but it's still going to be hard for him to defend. I'm going to go Knight like this and then pre-log. Actually, let's go for the... I'm going to wait a second and then go for the Ice Spirit like this. I can go ahead and pre-log the Spear Goblins or Wall Breakers. Perfect, that's game. I think... Oh, come on, just let it happen, dude. There it is. Expo finally connects on tower, and we are going to secure this victory. Another beautiful Clash Royale game right there. There really wasn't too much he could do either. We just kept the pressure on the entire match. Okay, we got a game here against Stel. This guy plays Mortar, I believe. Every time I face him, it's either Mortar or Drill. Yeah, there's the Mortar. Okay, I want to go Ice the Tank for this Mortar, and then I can go for the Archer's Knight to kill the Mortar as fast as possible. Not bad. The Archers are going to take care of that, and they don't even get hit, so that's beautiful right there. He's going to have to respond to these Archers, and that's probably going to give me the perfect opportunity to go ahead and drop down. You guys know what? I'll give you one guess right now once we hit 10 Elixir, because, I mean, he can't really pressure this. He probably has the Fireball version or the Mortar or the Arrows version. I'm guessing Fireball, right? Yeah, he has Fireball because he has Log. Every time they have Log, it's the Fireball Log version instead of just the arrows. I'm not sure why the versions are like... why this version is better than the other one, to be honest, what the pros and the cons are. But just going to go for the Ice Spirit, cycle my Goblins. We know we just want to cycle our cheap cards to get back around to another Collector, because I believe he's only played one card, right? He's only played the Guards, and look at this. We're already back to Collector. I mean, there's just no way he can keep up and cycle with the Collectors. We're just going to drop one down right now. He wasted his Miner. That's almost... I almost want to say that's GG for me, because look at this. We have a full health pump alive, and the other one just expired, and we're not even in double elixir yet. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. I have Evo Archers next. I could get to my Evo Knight if I need to. It's just like, everything's going correctly, and this deck is just so darn good. So I'm going to go for my... I think we go Fire Spirit the River here. And then I can potentially go for my Knight to back. Actually, no, let's just go pump again. Why not? Might as well pump up because he defensive mortared and just force out another Fireball. If he Fireballs this, though, I'm going to like where we're at. Oh, my gosh. Okay. it's time to punish this guy, I think, because we have evil archers. We can tank for the Expo with our knight if I need to here. I'm going to go with knight right now, and then immediately Expo on this right-hand side just to pressure him. He might cannon cart, so I'm going to ice spirit to freeze just in case. He does cannon cart. Okay, we can go fire spirit too to make sure it doesn't kill our Expo too fast. Okay, you know what? That's not even that bad. I can go for the goblins as well to make sure the cannon cart doesn't connect on my Expo. Okay, this is actually good. We get the connection on tower. Evo knight's going to tank. I am fine with this. He does go for the miner. That's fine. I can just go evo archers to clean up absolutely everything, and just like that, we are using our elixir advantage to our, to the best of its ability. So I'm going to go for the ice spirit plus the Expo again at the river to pressure. He fireballs, goes guards. I can go fire spirit like this to kill everything. That should be fine. The Expo is going to not take out anything. He has to overcommit with the log, and just like that, another collector. I mean, this deck is so brain dead. I feel so bad using it. Okay. I mean, what does he even do right here, to be honest? He has 1,000 damage deficit, 2 pumps on the map. Unfortunately, I can't kill the miner right there, which kind of sucks, but I'm just going to go for my archers like this right here and try and see what he wants to do. I'm just going to keep pressuring both sides because low-key, I might have to switch lanes at some point. You never know, and with Pumpo, you don't have a big spell, so you've got to keep switching lanes just like this because he just played Cannon Cart and his Fireball, so I can go in immediately on this left-hand side. Knight to tank. I'm going to go Goblins to catch the miner. We do catch the miner. Beautiful right there. I can go for the double spear on this Cannon Cart to make sure it dies, and then Expo's going to clean it up as well. Beautiful. I can go for another Expo here on the middle. Actually, let's go on the right side right now because he's going to spend all his elixir on the left. I can go for the knight to tank for whatever he places, and then archers right here. I'm gonna go ice spirit like this, and that should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and let that kind of die out. The archers do not connect on anything except for that cannon cart, which is low-key good value. I think we once again go for another Expo here. He's gonna have to defend the right hand side still. He goes for a defensive miner. He is so low right now, you don't even want to know. I'm gonna go archers like this. He's going to have to fireball this probably, so we'll just reset. There's the fireball. We're pressuring him beautifully. I can keep spamming both sides, and that Expo is ticking away. Look at the pressure, guys. The knight's on tower, the goblins forced out a bunch of elixir, and man, it is a nightmare for him right now on in this game. So I'm just gonna go for my log, keep up the pressure with this fire spear at the river, and there's really no way I can lose this unless I make a massive, like, huge mistake on defense. Which honestly, I would say Pumpo it's really hard to even make a mistake that's going to lose you the game because you have so many cycle cards, right? Like, it's not even hard to defend, even if you make up a few bad placements or something. But I'm just going to go for the archers to back. If he wants to fireball the archers, be my guest, to be honest, because we can just defensive Expo and ship him out of the game. So I'm going to go for the ice spirit like this, and then we can go goblins here. I can go for my knight to tank. Good log by him. I can go for my fire spirit up high, get back to my archers for this mortar, and then go for the ice spirit plus the Expo on defense right here. I think this is a good Expo because it's going to help us out for the whole match, like the rest of 48 seconds. I know he does go for the fireball. I can just log chip his tower down slowly but surely now, and we are just in the driver's seat. So I'm gonna go for the ice spirit like this to help out, and then goblins as well. We can log deep low to make sure that doesn't connect, and then fire spirit for the bats. Of course, another knight in cycle. He's gonna block the he's gonna try and block the evil archers there, so we can just go for the ice spirit log like this. Goblins on top of the cannon cart, and then we're back to another knight, bro. It just never ends. Another archers. I mean, there's no way he can win a bridge fight with this deck. And like, we have too many pressure cards, even though he has a good bridge deck with the cannon cart and stuff. There's not much he can do. So I'm just going to go Expo all the way shoved at the river. This is normally not the tile you put it on, but of course, since he does have fireball, I'm going to put it there, and that's going to be GG's. 10 seconds left. He cannot take our tower in that amount of time with anything that he has, and that's going to do it, guys. So we are absolutely cooking. Expo week day 1 has been complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this Expo video, and let me know which Expo deck you want to see in the upcoming days as well. And of course, have a great rest of your day and enjoy the Butch clip at the end as well. Peace.